Okay, so today we're going to show you how to actually do a kind of factory reset on your tension assembly. This is important to do occasionally if you just don't feel that you're getting your tension properly. Starting over from scratch with a zero tension and working your way to a proper tension setting is very important. Remember that really 90% or more of your tension is actually set through your bobbin, so make sure you have your bobbin tension set correctly before starting this procedure. To do this, you're going to want to take your thread guides, unthread your machine up to the first thread guide right here, because this is where we actually want to adjust the tension from. It's just pulling it right through this thread guide right here, making sure it's going through the take-up lever. So the first thing we want to do is actually loosen completely the tension assembly up here. This is the one that we actually tell you never to mess with. And then completely loosen your tension assembly until you can pull the thread through, and it's almost, you can almost see it's almost going to fall off here, but you can consistently pull your thread without moving your check spring right here at all. You can also denote, because this machine actually has the Innova thread brake sensor on here, you can see the thread brake sensor is not even flashing at all. So you just want to be able to pull your thread until you can pull it here consistently at a very even pace without that check spring moving one bit. Now we want to actually go in and start readjusting the pre-tensioner until you just see the slightest consistent pull on the check spring. So I'm just making little adjustments at a time until I see a consistent pull right here on the check spring. This is important because your pre-tensioner is actually what takes some of the wind out of your thread. If you're getting a lot of thread shredding and stuff, that can oftentimes be because this tension assembly isn't set in its exact proper position. It takes a lot of the strain of the thread out, as well as the twist in there. So now once I kind of see that it's consistently moving, maybe just a hair more there. So same thing where I just see it pulling just a hair. Now I'm just going to go back down and start tightening this down until the check spring comes down and I feel that good consistent pull. This is going to now need to be, of course, checked on the back of the machine and compare your thread and maybe a few more adjustments here. But once I get to the point where that check spring gets pulled all the way down consistently and doesn't move back up at all, that's probably about in that right position. It's a feel that you'll learn over time, but once you get it down, you'll really feel that it's very easy to readjust your tension on the Innova machine. But occasionally I do recommend that you go in and just readjust everything, especially if you've ever played with this pre-tension assembly before. And that's how you can actually reset your tension assembly back to kind of the factory setting. Thank you.